Hey, what's up, guys? I want to do a quick review for a movie I had just checked out. I had seen this years and years ago on TV one day. I think like Cinemax or Stars or Encore, or one of those. But Scream Factory recently put out a Blu-ray of it, and that's The Crush, put out in '93 and 89 minutes, so it's a really quick movie. But I'm a huge Alicia Silverstone fan. I just think she's super hot. I dug almost every movie I've seen her in. I even like Clueless a lot. The only movie I could say I don't like her in was Batman. It was Batman and Robin, but that movie sucks. But this was her first movie ever. I think she was like 15 when she would start filming this, and essentially Carrie Elways from Saw and Princess Bride. He gets a new job and he has to find a place to live, so ends up renting this guest house from Red from that '70s show, and his daughter is Alicia Silverstone, and she develops a crush on Carrie Elways, and Carrie Elways kind of gives into it. He kind of flirts with her and leads her on and stuff, so he's kind of an idiot in that sense, but it would be hard to turn down Alicia Silverstone. But he not quickly, I mean, it takes him a little bit, but he ends up realizing that she's a psycho, basically, like straight up. She's Fatal Attraction levels of psycho. She she kind of starts like stealing stuff and messing with his work, and then writing stuff in the car, and then she even moves on to trying to kill the girl he's talking to and all that. And she plays a really good psycho, like really well. And I think at this point she had literally only done music videos for Aerosmith. So, this really showed her talent back then and became what she is now. But, this is more like it feels more like a Lifetime movie, like Thriller or something, like Mother May I Sleep with Danger, or anything, Crazy Boyfriend or Girlfriend or whatever that Lifetime used to put out. It's just really fun, though. It definitely screams '90s. It has that '90s alternative music that was on the radio back then and on MTV. It has straight up '90s clothing. I also got to point out, too, most of this takes place in the daylight, which is unusual for like a horror movie, but it takes place in the daylight, and it's mostly in like the yard and in the house, the guest house. There's a few shots like in the main house, or there's a few shots like at Carrie Elways' work, but it's a pretty contained film. There's a cool set piece in the attic with like a Ferris wheel that comes into effect at the very end, which I'll get into in a second. But there are some parts that drag, but it still does go by pretty quick. I mean, it's a short movie. It does keep you on edge, kind of wondering what she's going to do next, or there's like a little thing too where she claims Carrie Elways raped her and all that. It was a pretty you felt bad for Carrie Elways just because you see how like sadistic and stuff Alicia Silverstone can bring herself in this movie. But I'm gonna leave it at that. I will say, there's a scene at the end, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about, the way Alicia Silverstone is kind of put down or whatever. It's so ridiculous the way it's shot and the way it's done that it gets into really goofy territory. But I mean, the movie's such a like kind of a low budget, low rent kind of '90s made for TV thriller that it doesn't matter. It kind of adds to the corniness and cheesiness of it. But I will say the Scream Factory also did a really good job on the transfer. A lot of the scenes really pop because it's mostly in daylight, so there's a lot of pinks, a lot of colors like that. And none of the nighttime scenes were really too grainy or anything, so I give them props on the transfer. I'm just glad they released a Blu-ray of it because I think the DVD was out of print for a while. But it has a brand new audio commentary, which I listened to, and the director, Alan Shapiro, gives a lot of cool facts about it, about the story, how it came out. There's some really interesting stories with the name change and stuff like that. I'm sure most people know about all that. But there's also new interviews with Kurtwood Smith, which is Red from that '70s show, and Jennifer Rubin from Dream Warriors and Bad Dreams, and a theatrical trailer. But yeah, I give this a really high recommendation. If you're into '90s horror films, thrillers, or like Lifetime type cheesy, movies, definitely give this one a watch. I never really see this go down that much in price. I think it's steady, like 15 or 16 bucks. But like I said, it's worth a try. I mean, I'm a Alicia Silverstone fan, so it was worth it just for that alone, just to see how hot she was in this. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, that's the review for The Crush. And I have another Alicia Silverstone horror movie to review too, called The Babysitter, put out by Olive, which I'll get to in the next month or two. But anyways, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.